Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going over Arbitrum, Optimism and Starknet price analysis and price supply and other things regarding their token. So looking at Arbitrum or ARB coin, as you can see, I actually did cover this before this biggest downfall. So this was mostly due to because investors getting their tokens here. So I did say that it will go down, but I did not expect it to go down this much. So that was pretty big downfall, as you can see, and it's in the free fall as of now. So I think the Arbitrum coin itself does have a lot of demand. So most of the demand is coming from the Arbitrum DAO. As you can see, they have a lot of proposals going on, and it does have a pretty good demand when it comes to their governance. So beside that, if you look at the Arbitrum TVL or DeFi TVL, it did peak recently on the March 13, but as of now it's going down since because the market itself is going down. So I think the best way, it does have a lot of demand because as its ecosystem grows, I think the demand for Arbitrum will most likely grow because every project would like to at least contribute to their DAO to get most of the incentives from the ARB foundation or ARB DAO. That is pretty good for them as well. So as of now, if you look at its price, this is its market cap, as you can see, and if you look at its price, its price has gone down more than its market cap. So that means the coin itself does have a pretty good demand, but the increase in supply has been so much that it has impacted a lot of its price. So if we look here, we can actually ignore the Arbitrum DAO holding because those are actually controlled by this governance. So that means even if the DAO token does get released, it will have most likely a lot of demand because of these DAO or activities going on their governance. So I think this actually this actually cancels the Arbitrum DAO supply actually cancels out with the Arbitrum governance. And as for the investors and the team and foundation, and I think the investor could be selling their tokens, and that is the most likely reason why it has gone down this much. So they are most likely taking profit, and they are getting their tokens monthly, as you can see here. So that could be a pretty big problem. And even in 15 days, investors will get around 36 million Arbitrum tokens. So this sell pressure is cumulative and it is increasing slowly. So I think we are looking at a pretty good correction for the Arbitrum coin. And as of now, I think the first entry point, which is pretty good for the Arbitrum, is most likely around here, which is around 78 to 74 cent, and I think that is the most likely bounce back point for the Arbitrum as of now. If not, I think we are going towards 50 cents. So that is the last thing which I'm looking at. So that could be the last support which we are looking at. If it does fall from there, I don't think we have any support beside that, but we do have a pretty good support when it comes to its price at 50 cent, and we do have a pretty good support around 78 to 74 cent, and I think this is the most likely bounce back point which many traders are looking at. And I think this is where we'll see a lot of buy pressure for this coin, and I think we could actually go up from there as well. In terms of going up, so if it does come here, I think we'll most likely see a breakout from here, and we could actually head towards $5, even 1.5 or even highest level. So I think if we're able to get into around 78 to 74, this is where it will start recovering if the BTC does go up. But if the BTC starts crashing, I think we are heading towards 50 cent, and at the 50 cent we'll most likely have the market cap of around 1.3 billion, which is still massive. So I think we will most likely see a rebound from 78 to 74. If not, 50 cent is the most likely rebound point for this for the ARB coin. So looking at Optimism, it's holding surprisingly well. If we look at the BTC, as you can see, BTC is in the downfall, and Optimism is doing actually pretty good as of today. So it did actually hit its pretty low. As you can see, this was a pretty good demand zone, and this setup is actually from my last video. If you have not watched that, you can actually check that out as well. So in terms of how it when it will go up, I think it depends on the BTC and the overall market structure of Ethereum layer 2. So if you look at the layer 2s, and when it comes to the TVL of the Optimism, it's doing fairly well because we have not seen that much drastic downtrend when it comes to TVL. Of course, we have other layer 2s actually getting a lot of attractions unlike Optimism, but all Optimism is actually aiming for super chain, and base is actually built on top Optimism stack, so that is something. So I think Optimism does have a lot of demand, and looking at its governance, and I think there are a lot of developers actually interested in holding the Optimism token because of the power it gives them. So I think Optimism does have a lot of demand, and it will be probably same in the future. But as of now, if we look at the Optimism tokenomics, we do have investors and core contributors getting their tokens monthly, and that is the most likely reason why it has a lot of sell pressure. And that could be the only reason, I think, because if we look at its sell pressure, it's down from 4.8 and it's nearly, if we look here, just a second, so it's actually down around 62%. And if we actually want to see how much possibly it will correct itself, we'll just check this here. So I think we are still looking at 1.5 is the best correction which I'm looking at. So if I think it will actually bottom out towards 1.5 if the BTC does not crash completely. So let's just say that BTC goes around 50k or even 48k. So I think we are looking at the best correction which the Optimism will most likely make is around 1.56. so I think this is the best level to get into, or this will be the potential bottom for the Optimism in this bear market as of now. And I think once we do break out from this downtrend, we'll most likely head towards higher levels, and these red lines, as you can see, are my profit taking zones if it does break out from here. So I think the bottom of the Optimism will be around $1.5. So that is what is going on with Optimism as of now. So looking at Starknet or STRK coin, as you can see, it lost a major support and after that it went down the hill. So this coin does have a lot of problems as of now. The first one would be that their DeFi is actually going down, as you can see. So it has lost over 100 billion TVL when it comes to DeFi. Of course, it's not that much, but still it is a significant amount. As you can see, their project are down over 50%, which is not that good. And its ecosystem growth has been slower than other layer 2s, and that could be the reason why it has gone down. If we look at their comments have actually gone down as well, as you can see. So that is not good as well. For another thing is that we have to be actually careful because of their vesting schedule. So it says that the timeline has changed. So we have a pretty big problem when it comes to their TVL, as you can see here. So this is their vesting schedule. So this is the vesting schedule as of now, and we have investors and early contributors getting their coins as of now. And I think that is a pretty big problem, because as of now we have seen a pretty good sellout from here. And if you look here, we have in 13 days we have investors getting their coins and even early contributors. So that means we will probably have a lot of sell pressure coming in from the May 15th, and even after that we have a monthly unlocks for the investors and early contributors. And if you look here, by 2007 investors will have over 1.8 billion tokens, and early contributors will have around 2 billion tokens. So that means we have a potential sale pressure of 2.4 billion and 2.22 billion. Of course, they will not sell out completely, but still, even if they do take their profits slowly, I think the STRK as of now is doomed, and I think we are heading towards lower levels. So the best entry point for this coin, I think, is below 50 cent or even 75 cent. As of now, this coin does not seems to have that much demand from the looks of it, because if it had any demand, it could have gone up, but it's as of now it has struggled a lot, as you can see, and it is slowly going down. That means we have a lot of investors selling probably, so that is the biggest reason. I think this coin may even struggle in the future, but still if this is zero knowledge layer 2, and I think this could actually play out in the long run, but as of now I think we need to wait for a proper correction around 50 cent or even 70 or even below 75 cent is a proper entry for this coin.